Good morning, everyone. Today we will learn about a mass movement happened in India. After the First World War ended in 1918, the period from 1920 to 1947 has been described as a Gandhian era in Indian politics. So now we will watch a video about Gandhiji's early life.
Hello friends, in this video I will talk about Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was an Indian lawyer, active politician and a great freedom fighter. His full name is Mohan Das Karamchand Gandhi. Gandhiji is popularly known as Mahatma, great soul. He is also known as Bapu, father of the nation of India. Mahatma Gandhi was born in a Hindu family on 2nd October 1869 at Porbandar in Gujarat. His father's name was Karamchand Uttamchand Gandhi and mother's name was Putli Bai. Mahatma Gandhi married to Kasturbai Makhanji Kapadia in May 1883 and they had four sons.
As I have said that the period from 1920 to 1947 has been described as a Gandhian era in Indian politics. So after the death of Lokmanya Tilak in 1920, the period of national movement went into the hands of Mahatma Gandhi. He gave special importance to the principle of truth, non-violence and satyagraha. Due to influence leadership of Mahatma Gandhi, the national movement became more powerful. This led to beginning of new era in the freedom movement of India. Earlier, British Raj cooperated with Indian. Later, they were treating Indian very badly. So Gandhiji brought the concept of non-cooperation and emerged as British government in India is dependent only on the cooperation of the Indians. If the Indians adopted completely non-cooperation, then British government will completely collapse. This led to non-cooperation movement. Today, we are going to study about non-cooperation movement. Role of Gandhiji in South Africa. Mahatma Gandhi was a barrister by profession and studied law in London. In April 1893, Gandhi left for South Africa to be a lawyer for Dada Abdullah's cousin. Abdullah owned a large successful shipping business in South Africa, so his distant cousin in Johannesburg needed a lawyer. Immediately upon arriving in South Africa, Gandhiji faced discrimination because of his skin color. One particular incident which took at that place which has shaken Gandhiji. As he was travelling by train to Pretoria, Gandhi, despite carrying the first class ticket, was thrown out of the train by the authorities because a white man complained of an Indian sharing space with him. It was after this incident that Gandhi decided to fight against the oppression of non-white people in South Africa. After several such racial incidents in South Africa, Gandhi thinking and focus changed and he must resist this and fight for their right. As there are many Indians staying in South Africa for their business and their trade and they were badly treated and they imposed restriction on black people as they have some identity card which they have to carry everywhere. They were not allowed to go to a public place like theater or any other, so they were forced to be a restriction placed upon Indians and there were no freedom for the Indians over South Africa. So Gandhiji brought a concept of satyagraha. To have better understanding now, I will show a short video about this incident.
Satyagraha. In South Africa, Indians were ill-treated and disgraced. They were called coolies. Very soon, Gandhiji too had his share of this experience. He was traveling in a train to Pretoria in a first-class compartment. On the way, a European passenger entered the compartment and found Gandhiji in it.
How come you are here? Get out of this place now.
I have a ticket that allows me to travel in this compartment.
But this compartment is only for the whites. You leave this compartment now, or I will complain to the station master.
But I have all the rights to travel, and my ticket is a proof for it.
He complained to the station master.
Take this coolie out and put him in a lower class.
You can't do this. I have a valid first-class ticket.
raised an objection that he had a first-class ticket, but nobody heard him.
Mister, have you not heard us saying to get out of this? I'll have to use force.
A policeman pushed him out with his bag and baggage. The train left. Gandhiji spent the night shivering and cold, but he did not touch his luggage. This incident changed the whole course of his life.
This is injustice to all humans. I will fight for it.
He decided to fight all such injustices with a weapon of truth. Later on, he named this weapon Satyagraha.
Gandhiji arrives in India. Mahatma Gandhi arrived in India after spending 22 years in South Africa on 9 January 1915, where he perfected the technique of Satyagraha, means truth, which he was able to subsequently apply in India against the colonial government. Gandhiji was 46 years old when he returned to India. Gopal Krishna Gokhale, who was Gandhiji's political mentor, had advised him to remain silent for 1 year, during which he must try and visit as many parts of India as physically possible and meet as many people he could, so he can understand the problem. So he made a tour to the entire nation. Gandhiji became so sad looking at the misery and the poverty of the people. He took up a vow of service to the nation. He stayed at the Sabarmati Ashram in Ahmedabad. He followed a new technique of Satyagraha to gain justice for the common people. Philosophy of Satyagraha. Gandhiji brought a novel technique of Satyagraha in a popular movement. Satyagraha means truth. The main objective of Satyagraha is through patience. Philosophy of Satyagraha. Gandhiji brought in a novel technique of Satyagraha in the popular movement. Satyagraha means insistence of truth, which focus on only truth. The main objective of Satyagraha can be achieved through patience. Gandhiji insisted that we should never use violence, and untruth was a teaching of Gandhiji. We should always speak truth, should never cheat others, and when we speak truth, we feel joy in our heart. Later, not only in India, but also many parts of the world, people adopted the path of Satyagraha to fight against injustice. Gandhiji's path of Satyagraha made an impact on Martin Luther King, who was struggling for the right of the black in America, as well as on Nelson Mandela in South Africa. Champaran Satyagraha. In 1917, with the help of 35-year-old Dr. Rajendra Prasad, then the leading lawyer of Bihar, later the first president of India, and Gandhiji organized a peasant movement of Champaran, which is in Bihar. So the farmers of Champaran region were forced to cultivate indigo. Indigo is a cash crop. So the cultivators suffered economically since they received fixed amount from the planter. So Gandhiji went to Champaran in 1917, organized the farmer in Champa and lodged agitation by following the way of Satyagraha, means truth. Gandhiji's first war of independence in India became successful. At the same time, the farmers were given justice. Kheda Satyagraha. In 1918, with the help of Vallabhbhai Patil, he organized the peasant movement at Kheda, which is in Gujarat. Kheda Satyagraha were due to constant famine, there were crop failure, but still government collected land tax, which was difficult for the people to pay tax at a difficult situation. And the government forced them to pay tax. So Gandhiji suggested that the farmers should refuse to pay the tax. The farmer began the movement for scrapping of tax at Kheda in 1918. So Gandhiji was a leader of this movement. Within this short period of time, the government suspended the tax and they got freedom from paying the tax. Again, third Satyagraha held at Ahmedabad. It is a worker movement at Ahmedabad. During the First World War, there was a great inflation. Inflation referred to a rise in the price of most goods and service of daily or common use, such as food, clothing, house, recreation, and transport. So mill workers demanded for rise in salary so that they can meet their basic needs, but the mill owner rejected this demand. So even Gandhiji suggested a satyagraha idea. Satyagraha means not harming others and telling the truth. So as per Gandhiji advice, the worker went on hunger strike. Finally, the mill owner had to back off and the salary of the worker was increased. Satyagraha against Rowlatt Act. In the First World War, the Indian had helped the British, and the Indian felt after this war there will be a system of governance for taking decision for the well-being of Indians. But there was growing unrest among Indians and the British government increased tax and the price of the goods were increased. So to suppress this situation and to suggest measure about it, a committee was appointed under Sir Sidney Rowlatt. According to this recommendation, a new law was passed without considering the opposition of Indian member in the Central Legislative Assembly. This law came to be known as Rowlatt Act. This act gave the right to the government to arrest anybody without any warrant. But the Indian called this act as Black Act. And a tide of anger aroused all over Indian against this act. So Gandhiji launched a satyagraha against it. The Rowlatt Act was strongly opposed by all Indian leaders who felt that it was extremely repressive, and the Indian public too was extremely angry and restless. Mahatma Gandhi in particular was a very strong critic of the proposed legislation, as he felt that punishing a group of people for a crime committed by just one or few was morally incorrect. Instead of the constitutional opposition to the act, Gandhiji organized for the first time a hartal, which means to protest, for the masses to suspend all business and instead gather in a public space to fast and pray to demonstrate peacefully the opposition to the law on 6th of April in 1919. So, Gandhiji appealed to the Indian to follow hartal, which means protest all over India against this act. And Indian responded to this appeal on a large scale. Jallianwala Bagh Massacre. Jallianwala Bagh Massacre took on the province of Punjab. Amritsar became the main center of this movement, and Gandhiji was prohibited from entering the province of Punjab. General Dyer issued order of ban on public meeting in Amritsar. Important leaders like Dr. Satyapal, Dr. Khechlu were arrested for their involvement in Amritsar hartal cases. As a protest against it, on 13th April 1919, on a Baisakhi day, the people of Amritsar assembled at a place named Jallianwala Bagh. General Dyer arrived with the armed force. I would like to describe about the place. The place was enclosed from all sides and had only one small gate. So General Dyer positioned his army and closed down the only gate as well, which was the only gate open, and he ordered the army to close that gate also. So without giving any prior notification to the disarmed innocent people, he ordered his soldier to fire. Around 1,660 rounds has been fired. The army continued firing until the ammunition was over. In this massacre, about 400 people, including men and women, were killed. Many were injured. So after firing, a curfew was announced. So curfew means a time after which people were not allowed to go outside their home, and hence immediate treatment to the injured could not be made available. So even people injured were losing their lives. So in the entire Punjab, military law was enforced. Many were sent to jail by the government. General Michael O'Dwyer, the governor of Punjab, was responsible for this massacre. So all over India there was protest against this act. As a protest against this act, Rabindranath Tagore gave away the title of Sir, which was given by the British government. Later, British government appointed the Hunter Commission as per the demand of the Indians for this inquiry. See, it marked a turning point in Indian modern history that has left a permanent scar on Indo-British relation. So it was such a miserable situation that has happened in Jallianwala Bagh. Many people lost their life. The non-cooperation movement was launched in 1920 as a non-violent mass movement to protest against Jallianwala Bagh massacre. So Gandhi outlined his objective in a newspaper like Harijans and Young India. It also tied up with the Khilafat movement. So the program outlined by Gandhi include refusal of British good and use of Swadeshi good, means to use good which were made in India. Boycott of British court, school and colleges, means refusal to take admission in schools and colleges which were British established. Establishment of local tribunal to settle disputes, means establishment of local judge to settle the problems. Establishment of national schools and colleges. The movement was accompanied by the constructive program which include promotion of rural work and handloom, menial labor, removal of untouchability, promotion of Hindu-Muslim unity and liquid campaign, etc. By joining the Khilafat movement, Gandhi also assured Muslim support for the non-cooperation movement. So all over India, people responded enthusiastically in a massive number. People from all walks of life, all caste, creeds, women, untouchable, etc. joined the movement. It was staunchly supported by urban business families who proposed from the Swadeshi movement. And several prominent Indians like Rabindranath Tagore gave up the title of Sir, which was given by the British government. Educationists and social worker like Lala Lajpat Rai established national schools and colleges and went into rural areas to work beside the peasant, means farmer. The visit of Duke of Connaught and Prince of Wales were boycotted, and there were hartals, means protest, all across India. So in the word of Sardar Patel, the whole of India is on the move. The non-cooperation movement became the largest mass movement in history, never before. So many people single-mindedly involved in a mass struggle. In the initial days, the British government were paralyzed because never before they had witnessed such a movement of this nature and scale. But soon the Congress and Khilafat organization was declared unlawful and the leader were arrested. The police lathi charged unarmed people and several were killed and hundreds were imprisoned. By 1922, 30,000 people have been detained. But still the movement continued. Through the movement, so a stray incident of violence is largely followed Gandhiji principle of ahimsa. So this movement followed Gandhiji principle ahimsa, means non-violence. We should tackle the problem with non-violence. So however, on 5th February 1922, police began beating satyagrahis in Chauri Chaura, which is in UP. And the people turned violent and they chased policemen. They destroyed police station. They set a light. They fired the police station. So 22 policemen were burned to death, and Gandhiji was very upset because people disobeyed his principle of ahimsa. So Gandhiji called for an end to this movement. So Gandhiji's decision was to call off the non-cooperation movement. Learned about non-cooperation movement. In this, we studied role of Gandhiji in South Africa. Gandhiji arrives in India, the philosophy of Satyagraha, Jallianwala Bagh massacre, and the non-cooperation movement. So now we will do a small summary of what we did today. We studied about role of Gandhiji in South Africa. So Mahatma Gandhi went to South Africa for some legal work in 1893. So South Africa was a colony of the British. Many Indians had settled there for business and trade. The Indians in South Africa were treated as criminal, or they were badly treated. The government, so in 1906, the government declared that the black should carry the identity card. They have to carry it everywhere. So the freedom was restricted. So Gandhiji followed the path of Satyagraha against the injustice and gained justice for the people. So Gandhiji arrives in India after 22 years on 9th January 1915. As suggested by Gopal Krishna Gokhale, he made a tour to the entire nation. He became so sad looking at the misery and the poverty of the people. He took up a vow of service to the nation. He stayed at the Sabarmati Ashram in Ahmedabad, and he followed the technique of Satyagraha, means truth, to gain justice for the common people. So he brought a novel technique of Satyagraha. Satyagraha means truth. The main objective of Satyagraha can be achieved through patience. So he insisted we should never use violence or untruth, was the teaching of Gandhiji. Later, not only in India but also many parts of the world, people adopted the path of Satyagraha to fight against injustice. Gandhiji's path of Satyagraha made an impact on Martin Luther King, who was struggling for the right of the black in America, as well as on Nelson Mandela in South Africa. Then we covered Champaran Satyagraha. It's a farmer Satyagraha in Bihar. The farmer of Champaran region were forced to cultivate indigo, which was a cash crop. The cultivators suffer economic because they receive a fixed amount from the planters. The Gandhiji went to Champaran in 1917, and they organized a movement, and the farmer got justice. Then we had Kheda Satyagraha. So in Kheda is a district of in Gujarat. They have constant famines and the crops had failed. The crops would fail constantly. So still the government charged land tax forcibly. So Gandhi suggested that the farmer should refuse to pay tax. The farmer began a movement. The leader of this movement was Gandhiji. So within this short period of time, the government suspended their tax, means refused their tax, and they got freedom. Movement called worker movement in Ahmedabad. So during the First World War, there was a great inflation, mean cost of the goods were increased, the price of the food, grain, and other basic needs. So the mill worker demanded for the rise in salary, but the mill owner rejected this demand. So as per Gandhiji advice, they followed a Satyagraha, an Ahimsa movement. So they were not following violence. They went on hunger strike. Finally, mill owner had to back off and the salary of the worker got increased. Then we did Satyagraha against Rowlatt Act. So in the First World War, Indian had helped the British, and the Indian felt that after the World War is over, there will be a system of governance for taking decision for the well-being of Indian. Suddenly there was unrest among Indian that British government increased the price of the goods and they increased the tax as well. This created confusion among Indians. To suppress the situation, they suggested a measure called a committee was appointed under Sir Sidney Rowlatt. So according to this recommendation, a new law was passed considering the opposition of Indian member in the Central Legislative Assembly on 17 March 1919. So this act came to known as Rowlatt. This act gave the right to the government to arrest anybody without any warrant. And this was bad for the Indians. So the Indian called this act as Black Act. A tide of anger aroused all over Indian against this act. So as they can arrest anybody without any warrant. So Gandhiji launched a Satyagraha against it. On 6th April 1919, Indian followed a protest all over India against this act, and the Indian people responded on a large scale. Then we covered Jallianwala Bagh massacre. This movement aroused against the Rowlatt Act on the province of Punjab. Amritsar became the main center of this movement. The Gandhiji was prohibited from entering the province of Punjab. General Dyer issued an order of ban on public meeting in Amritsar. So important leaders like Dr. Satyapal, Dr. Khechlu were arrested for the involvement in Amritsar protest cases. As a protest against this, on 13th April 1919, on a Baisakhi day, the people of Amritsar assembled at a place named Jallianwala Bagh. So the place were closed from all sides and they had only one gate. And the General Dyer also ordered his army to close the only gate as well. So without giving any prior notification to the disarmed innocent people, he ordered soldiers to fire around 1660 rounds. He ordered soldiers to fire until the ammunition was over. So in this massacre, about 400 people died, including men and women, and many people were injured. So after firing, a curfew was announced. So after a certain period of time, people were not allowed to go outside their house. So those who were injured were not given medical treatment. So some, after getting injured, they're losing their life. In the entire Punjab, military law and were enforced. Many were sent to jail by the government. So General Michael O'Dyer, governor of Punjab, was responsible for this massacre. So all over India there were protests against this act. As a protest against this massacre, Rabindranath Tagore gave away the title of Sir, which was given by the British government, and the Indian demanded for the Hunter Commission. So as per Indian demand, the British appointed the Hunter Commission. So the non-cooperation movement was launched in 1920 as a non-violent mass movement to protest against Jallianwala Bagh massacre. So the outline was put in the newspaper like Harijans and Young India, and it tied up with the Khilafat movement. The program outlined by Gandhi include boycott of British good, use of only Swadeshi, boycott of British court, schools and colleges, establishment of local tribunal to settle disputes, establishment of national schools and colleges. So the non-cooperation movement became the largest mass movement in history, as so many people single-mindedly be involved in a mass struggle. So in the initial days, the British government were paralyzed because never before they had witnessed such a movement of this nature and scale. But soon the Congress and Khilafat organization declared unfloor and the leader were arrested. The police lathi charged unarmed people, several were killed, 100 were imprisoned. By 1922, 30,000 people had been detained. This movement saw a stray incident of violence is largely followed by, and this movement followed the principle of ahimsa, means non-violence. Suddenly, the people turned violent, and on 5th February 1922, they began to chase policemen, fire police station, and they burned police station. Along with 22 policemen were burned to death, and Gandhiji was very upset when he heard this. So Gandhiji called for an end to the movement. So Gandhiji's decision is to call off the non-cooperation movement. So we have covered the role of Gandhiji in South Africa, Gandhiji arrives in India, philosophy of Satyagraha, Jallianwala Bagh massacre and non-cooperation movement. So based on this, now I would like to ask some question. Question number 1. What is Satyagraha? Satyagraha means insistence of truth. The main objective of Satyagraha can be achieved through patience. Question number 2. For what purpose the farmers formed a movement at Kheda district? Due to constant famines in Kheda district, which is in Gujarat, the crop had failed severely. Still, land tax were forcibly collected by the government. So Gandhiji suggested that the farmer should refuse to pay tax, and the farmer began a movement for scrapping of tax at Kedah in 1918, and the leader of this movement was Gandhiji. So within the short period of time, the government suspended the tax. Question number 3. Which officer gave order of firing in the Jallianwala Bagh? General Dyer was the officer gave order of firing in the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. So now I would like to ask application question. Even today, the life of a farmer is miserable. Some farmers are not getting any facilities and we are fully dependent on them for their food source. So how can we help the farmer which can benefit farmers? I repeat, even today, the life of the farmers is miserable. Some farmers are not getting any facilities and we are fully dependent on them for food source. So how can we help the farmer which can benefit the farmers?